All right. In this video, we are going to be talking about simplifying rational expressions to lowest terms. Um, so we are going to do problems like 14.1. We'll start with the vocabulary review check problem number 3. Then we'll look at numbers 23, 27, 29, 33, 37, 39, 41, 43, 45, and 47. We've got a lot of problems to look at here. So we're going to start off with this x minus 6 over 6 minus x. And it's important for us to be able to see that these are the same numbers, but with opposite signs here, that if I factor out a -1 down here, let's rewrite this way first, then you'll see it better. If I rewrite this with the x first, that's a -x plus 6. And I'm going to factor out a -1 in the denominator. And -x divided by a -1 is a positive x. A positive 6 divided by a -1 is a -6. And then this is an invisible 1 here. So when I divide those out that are alike, they make a 1, which is what we're going to be doing in this video, dividing the common factors out like that. 1 divided by -1 is -1. So whenever I divide opposites like this, I get a -1. Whenever I divide the same thing, I get a +1, which is what I'm going to do in my next example here. Like number 23 is x plus 8 over 8 plus x. And they're really the same thing. They've just switched the order of addition. So I'm going to switch the order back. When I divide anything by itself, I get a 1. So just notice how these two problems were different. That here I was dividing something by itself and got a +1. And in the other problem, I was dividing something by its exact opposite and I got a -1. Now let's go ahead and look at the problem that's like number 27 here. Is 7 over 14x plus 98. So I see a greatest common factor of 7 for sure in everything. So let's make this a 2x plus 14 in the denominator. The reason I only pulled a 7 out and not a 14 out is because there's only a 7 in the numerator to cancel with this 7. You could have pulled the 14 out and then it would have canceled and left a 2. But I'm going to leave this as 2x plus 14 in the denominator. If it says that it wants it fully factored for your final answer, I think this is right. But you could also probably have written this in this form to show that you had factored it completely and that nothing else canceled. Not a bad idea in this chapter to write everything fully factored for your final answer, even though we don't normally think of that as simplified. All right, let's move on to number 29. And I have g minus 2 over g squared minus 4. That's going to be 1 times g minus 2. This is g plus 2 times g minus 2. And the g minus 2's cancel and leave me with 1 over g plus 2. Now I have a negative 3x plus 3y over x minus y. my greatest common factor in the top, I'll pull out a -3, which will make an x minus y. Then this is an invisible 1, x minus y. And the x minus y's will cancel and leave me with -3 over 1, which is a -3. X plus 4 over x squared minus 6x minus 40 is going to be x plus 4 over x minus 10 times x plus 4. Let's make a 1. This is 1 over x minus 10. Three x squared plus 4x plus 1 over x plus 1. Three x plus 1. X plus 1 will give me the numerator. Just let's check that. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 1 is 3x, and x plus 1 is x. 3x plus x is 4x. 1 times 1 is 1. These factors are common and leaves me with 3x plus 1. Now we have x to the third plus 11x squared over x squared plus 2x minus 99. Going to give me x squared times x plus 11. Down here will be x plus 11 times x minus 9. The x plus 11s will cancel and leave me with x squared over x minus 9. Right. Just a few more problems here. $25x squared minus 20x over 5x minus 4. Factor out the 5x here. That'll leave me with a 5x minus 4 over 5x minus 4. And that leaves me with 5x as my final answer. Now we have x squared minus 12x plus 32 over x squared minus 10x plus 24. We're going to end up with two binomials on the top and bottom. X, 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 X. Signs are the same and both negative on the top. Signs are the same and both negative on the bottom. Factors of 32 that add up to be 12 are 4 and 8. Factors of 24 that add up to be 10 are 4 and 6. So this ends up to be x minus 8 over x minus 6. One last problem here. Three x squared minus 13x plus 12 over 3x squared plus 11x minus 20. This is going to be 3x and x. This is going to be a minus and a minus. This is going to be a 3x and an x. I'll figure out in just a second what that's going to be. And we want to get a 13 in the middle. So uh, three and 4 gives me -9 and -4 for a -13. And let's see. -4 and +5. That's a -20. 15 minus 4 is 11. And so that simplifies to x minus 3 over x plus 5. All right. We'll come back next time and talk about how to add and subtract rational expressions, which already have a common denominator. So we look forward to seeing you back for that video. See you next time.